I'll be honest with you. Like a lot of you filling out brackets today, I'm kind of in the dark. As a matter of fact, as I told Brockman earlier, I am more than just in the dark. So Matt Youmans is here from VSiN, and he is going to give us a crash course, a 2023 NCAA Tournament bracket for dummies, if you will, Matt. I don't know if you knew that that's what you were signing up for.
Hey, Andrew, good to be with you today. I had no idea you're a Cleveland Guardians fan.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you this, as a sports bettor or a sports fan in general, the best 3 days of the year, Super Bowl Sunday and the first 2 days of this tournament, March Madness.
Oh, no, I get it, Matt. I used to be the college basketball guy that as soon as my show ended on Thursday, wherever I got off work, I would run to the bar, meet my friends. Everybody would get the laptop out, the wings, the beer. I'd be in, man. It's just, you get older and life takes over, and then you feel like, well, I'm only doing football. I'm only watching football, and then the tournament sneaks up. And honestly, part of it, Matt, is the fact that, and Brockman can understand and relate here, as Syracuse fans, it really wasn't our year. And as, like with a lot of fans, when your team isn't great, sometimes you lose interest, and then that just kind of took over. So, look, we got the 4 seeds here. We got Bama, we got Houston. Kansas is about to play in about a half hour, and Purdue. Matt, if you had to rank the 4 seeds, forget what the committee said, how would you rank them?
I would rank Bama 1, Houston 2, Kansas 3, and Purdue 4. And actually, I would have ranked UCLA number 1 overall, but the Jalen Clark injury has really changed the situation for the Bruins. In the last game of the regular season against Arizona on that Saturday night, Clark went down with the foot Achilles injury, and he's out for the year. He's arguably top 5 defensive player in the country, number 3 scorer for the Bruins, a team that really doesn't have a lot of depth anyway. Mick Cronin was playing like 6 guys, significant minutes in that rotation. I was convinced a month ago that UCLA was the best team in the country. But without Jalen Clark, I had to reconsider everything, and I'd probably rank UCLA 5 or 6 now.
Matt, what do you think is the toughest bracket, the toughest region?
Oh, it's the West. It's the West. Kansas in the West with, even in that mini bracket, Kansas got to deal probably with Arkansas or Illinois. I think it's going to be Arkansas. And then you've got UConn, TCU, Gonzaga, and UCLA in that bottom half of the bracket as well. I think by far the West is the toughest. The East, second most difficult. And I think Houston's got the easiest path to the Final Four in the Midwest.
Talking to Matt Youmans here from VSiN, and I am pleading ignorance. I am not afraid to admit the things that I do not know, and this is the one year where I haven't watched a lot of college basketball, so Matt, I appreciate your help. I do know this, however, that the last 2 years, and everyone loves the upsets, I mean, that's why we call it madness, the last 2 years we've had a 15 seed make it to the second weekend. Is that possible this year?
It is not going to happen this year, no. The 15 seeds, Vermont is going to get knocked out by Marquette. Princeton knocked out by Arizona. Colgate, I think, can give Texas a little bit of trouble in a game tonight, but I can't see the Raiders pulling off the upset. And then UNC Asheville is a 15 seed that's going to get knocked out by UCLA tonight.
All right, so there goes that one. Not going to happen. A 12 seed, Matt.
Possibilities in the bracket.
No, I get it. A 12 seed wins every year. Do you like a 12 seed at all this year, Matt?
I'll tell you what. I do like some 12 seeds, actually, and I think I even like a 13 seed. I'll give you, I think Kent State's got a real shot to get to the Sweet 16 as a 13 seed. Of the 12s, let's see, VCU, I believe, will upset St. Mary's, and that game is Friday. So I like VCU as a 12. I like Drake as a 12. I like Charleston against San Diego State, not quite as much. Charleston as a 12. And Oral Roberts is a 12 against Duke. And I got to tell you, right now, Duke is as hot as any team in the country. So I can't really see Oral Roberts pulling that off, but that's a fantastic matchup tonight.
Talking about Youmans here from VSiN, Andrew Siciliano sitting in for Rich Eisen. The NCAA Tournament is underway here with Maryland over West Virginia early, 32-30. Virginia leading Furman 32-27 in a player pool Matt, with a bunch of buddies here, of course, for recreational purposes only, trying to get, leading scorers here, who would have been your first pick?
Which player is going to score the most points in the first round?
Yeah, so, no, it's the entire tournament, and that's the fun part, right? So you could take a guy that, you might score 30 a game. No one scores 30 a game these days, obviously. But then if they get knocked out in the first round, you're not going to get two full weekends.
Well, I think the favorite in that pool is going to be Brandon Miller for Alabama. Is that right?
He did go number 1 overall.
Okay. That would be my first pick. I think if Purdue can make a run, and, that's questionable because Purdue's probably going to run into Duke. If the Boilermakers get to the Sweet 16, Zach Edey at Purdue's got a chance to score the most points in the tournament.
And I believe Zach Edey went number 2, Matt. Look at you.
Look at you guys.
Well, you got some sharp guys in that pool, Andrew.
Well, they asked me to get in the pool, and I'm like, I'll get in, but honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about. And joking aside, Matt, I appreciate, obviously, you helping out here, and it's not the blind leading the blinder as it is with me and Brockman here. But this is the one event, or is it maybe just me this year? I feel like the Kentucky Derby and the tournament are the two events where everyone shows up, wants to get in on the fun, and acts as if they know everything when they haven't been watching all year long.
That's actually accurate. And it's interesting because I follow college basketball from day one in November, every night of the season. And then when the Super Bowl's over, I started hearing from a lot of people I haven't heard from in months, hey, who do you like in college basketball tonight? All of a sudden they're starting to pay attention to college basketball as we get closer to March, and they've been wrapped up in football the whole time. And then by the time you get to March, everybody thinks they know it all when you get to the tournament. And but that's a great thing about it, too, is that the sports books are packed. Vegas is a great party this week with especially the first 3 days of the tournament. I think a lot of people get burned out and partied out by the fourth day. But aside from the Super Bowl, March Madness is the biggest event of the year. And then you're talking about the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, most people haven't even heard of most of the horses until the day before the race, and then by Saturday,
they're an expert on the horses. Right. And I've been there too. It's like, oh yeah, that's a great name. Oh no, my buddy gave me that horse. Oh, I love that horse. No, let's box that horse. Oh no, we're gonna paper the board with that horse. And then and then I tell people, Matt, like if I walked in on that horse, you would have no idea which horse it was. No idea. The horse I rode in on could be any horse, and it might be your favorite horse. You would not be able to identify that horse. Matt, before we let you go, we appreciate your time. We also appreciate you playing along with my idiocy here. If there was a team, I know you said Duke is hot as you know what, and Duke is obviously coming in as a 4 seed. If there was a team that wasn't in the chalk here that you think has a chance to legitimately make a run and potentially get in Houston, Matt, what would it be?
Okay, that's not chalk, and Duke is a 5 seed.
5. Thanks for correcting me.
Fully healthy this
That's
season.
why you're here.
Duke is 17-1. I'm going to go. Let's go Creighton. Let's go long shot play with Creighton, a 6 seed in the South.
Creighton in the South, which is a 6 seed facing NC State in the opening round. That game is in Denver, and then a win by Creighton in all likelihood gets Baylor, the 3 seed. All due respect to our Southern California friends, the Gauchos at UCSB. Matt Youmans from VSiN. Matt, we appreciate you playing along, and Matt, enjoy your tournament. Thanks for coming on.
Okay, you bet. Thanks, anytime.
Thanks, man.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.